Hey, the thing's not playing.
What's not playing?
No, I just couldn't see. I couldn't see the thing. That's my fault, guys.
Oh, okay. All good.
No, that's
And
funny.
you all were giving me beef yesterday for
I
the
have
room.
Hey,
never given
you
you
saw
shit.
it, okay?
I
You
have
saw it
never
yesterday.
given you shit about this. Okay.
Mhm. Just saying.
I give you shit
The
about
kid
reasonable things.
the kid gloves were not put on when it came to me yesterday, audience. So yeah,
I have
yeah.
never given you shit for this. If anything, we need to give Jake shit for this.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't talk about this yesterday, so I'm going to mention here in our opening crawl. Next week, I will do an absolute book, and I'm only starting to do it. I will start doing it because I'm pretty sure we didn't talk about it yesterday, but the Two-Face and Penguin designs 10 out of 10.
I
Dude, that
saw.
Two-Face look peak.
I didn't see the Two-Face one, but I did see the
It's my
Penguin.
profile picture.
Oh wow, okay, that's convenient. Let's see, I can barely see it, but
Oh, that's
okay.
true.
You know what he reminds me
I'll
of?
post it for you later.
He looks like that Thor villain, that dark elf. What was it, Malkath? That's what I'm thinking of. You know, the half white and half black, the negative spacing. Yo, can you guys hear me? Hello? Uh-oh. Which, can you hear me? Technical issues, audience. Bear with us. Okay, Austin.
Yeah, so I just posted it. You can look at it in the Discord.
Oh, okay, I'm seeing. Why does Two-Face look like he came out of Hot Topic in this? Like,
No, he has his suit, bro. He just got long hair.
yeah,
But
he looks.
and you thought they went with the classic blue from the anime series.
Yeah, and he has something in in the palm of his hand. Oh, yeah, I guess that's a
Oh, he has a
coin.
coin and a gun.
Yeah, good for him. Like so. Man,
To be fair, him being looking like an anime villain got him a whole lot of fan art way faster than a lot of these other absolute designs have before.
who would have thought, audience? That Two-Face will be like, hey, would jump in popularity in the cosplaying community because of this.
Yeah, I would say
And
so. We did say we
hey,
were going to try to do more DC stuff, so we might well just get on that while
yeah.
we can.
Is anybody eager out there to cosplay as Penguin? Come on, come on.
They might. The problem with cosplaying on now is that he got crutch guns.
Yeah, which I thought was funny and
Sorry, my
unique.
phone overheated because I have centralized my AC in my room sucks ass, so I have to work off of a fucking mini fan.
Gotcha,
I
gotcha.
I think I think the
What?
arms work like the gun. I can't. The
Process.
gun clutches work, but I think
Yeah.
the problem is if he needs them to walk, he's gonna look really stupid when he puts his arms up and try to shoot, and then he accidentally like fall or something. Because like his body's really messed up. Like he needs these to walk. You see he's hunched over and everything. So him trying to
I mean,
shoot you with these, it's not gonna look the best.
it's just for the purpose of design rather than practicality. I mean, I still remember from the Arkham games, right? That monocle he has in his eye, audience. That's actually from a broken beer bottle that somebody wedged right into his eye during a bar fight. And Penguin decided, you know what? Let me just keep it in there. I'm like, dude, seriously? Really?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
just one good punch to the eye, man, and you're done, dude. Like, but
But yeah,
okay, okay.
look at the redesign. Just really, we talked about this Monday or at least last week.
Yeah.
But looking at the redesign, just really shows you like how bad Marvel's Ultimates felt their character looks going
They
second time
did
around.
them so fucking dirty.
Yeah, because like
Oh,
Shocker was interesting, but he was just literally just a bang with Shocker gloves. Like, you want to be real about it?
yeah.
Mysterio's kind of cool. Craven was just a Russian dude. He was just a
Just a
Russian guy.
mohawk. Just a
Mole
mohawk.
Man was just old.
Yep.
I can't even remember. The
I
Mr.
thought
Negative was literally just a Mr. Negative with a ponytail.
he had facial hair. I mean, again, I guess that adds on to why someone like Charlie was able to jump up in popularity because of their
And why
design.
the Ultimate X-Men book was the best one.
Mhm. I'm trying to think of any designs that come to mind from Ultimate X-Men.
To be fair, since they're all original characters, they at least have designs all their own. Well, even
I
if they're
guess.
inspired by certain people.
Gotcha.
Um,
Which did you get a chance to look at the Two-Face design?
I know what the Two-Face design looks like.
yeah,
No,
what's
his
up?
new design. Oh, his absolute one? Oh, okay. What do you think?
It's good. I like it.
Okay, cool. I'm just not
The
used to
best,
seeing him. I'm just not used to seeing with him with long silver anime like hair.
I know. That's
Audience,
why I
you
love
know.
it.
the best redesign outside of Ultimate X-Men would have to just be, I want to say Doom, because the only one, because it reads Doom,
Oh,
and they make it a
yeah,
unique enough that it does feel like its own version of Doom compared to the other one. Everyone else just
yeah.
kind of look like themselves. Sabretooth was just
Mhm,
Sabretooth. Wolverine just
mhm.
With
Wolverine.
a man bun.
But the movie Wolverine, everyone else is kind of with themselves. So
Yeah.
I guess if you want to count Ultimate X-Men, I do say Shadow. What's his name? Shadow dude. Shadow guy. What's his name? Which
The Shadow King.
yeah,
Shinobu.
his redesign was pretty good.
Mhm.
Uh, that's about it.
And
The
you know
worst.
what I can appreciate? I know he didn't
What?
get too much time in the spotlight, but I'm glad that Peach Momoko gave Akihiro a pompadour instead of a fuck ass mohawk.
I just found out that Dakin is a slur. By the way,
Yeah,
What?
it is.
This is my first
Dakin
time hearing
is
about that.
about. It's a slur to. It's a slur to Japanese people born out of wedlock or some crazy thing.
Oh,
That's
wait.
why I keep
It's a
telling
really
people
bad
to
phrase
not
in
call
Japan
him that
apparently.
anymore.
I've been calling him
Yeah.
Dakin all this time, audience. Like, sorry, it's just
He
Yeah,
too
other
changed
than to
his
be
funny.
name to
fair,
Fang, and now he is Helverine.
Sorry,
I just
audience.
call him by his name, which is Akihiro.
Sorry, audience. There just comes a point where a name or a look or a design is just too ingrained to a character for you to just change it all of a sudden.
Well, say his
Yeah,
name.
you
He
to
know.
has a
be
fucking
fair,
name, Akihiro.
to be
Mhm.
fair, my problem is the same. Like, I think it's more like the same thing with Laura, where it's like, oh, we're going to change her name, and then they pick a name, and then they decide just not to stick with the name.
Mhm.
No, but
Like Winston said, he went to Fang, and now he's
They actually
Wolverine.
kept with the name.
No, I
Oh
mean you say
wow.
he changed to the Fang, and then he became Wolverine, and now he just
Well,
Wolverine, and the
he
moment he
didn't
stopped being
become
Wolverine, he's going to be
Helverine by
something else.
choice. It was not by choice.
Mhm.
It's my writer's choice. That's what I'm saying. I'm not
It
saying
wasn't
he
his
changed his
choice.
name. It doesn't matter. My point is the writers keep changing their names.
They only
Yeah.
changed it twice.
Once
Okay.
Anyways,
when he was in the Dark Avengers, the next was when he was part of the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. He was Wolverine, and I forgot the other times. Yeah,
we should get started.
gotcha.
Yeah, it's
But
been
anyway,
10 minutes.
audience, so yeah. Anyway, welcome, Compact Lives, and news and reviews of the week, audience. You're here with me, Crypto Seeker 415. Mint chocolate chip ice cream is the fourth flavor from the Kids Next Door, audience. Move on.
Don't let him lie to you about that, man.
Obviously, cheesecake ice cream. Shut up.
Ace, that's not real.
Yes,
The
it
real
is.
fourth flavor is it was sea salt ice cream from Kingdom Hearts. If you know, you know. That's the fourth kind. They hype that ice cream up like the greatest shit of all time. I never tasted it, but they love that shit. That got to be what it is. But Breaking Wall Ace Comics. I don't know. I guess that was the intro part.
Mhm.
Anyways, Jake is dead, but I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim. Pronouns they, he, and steampunk will always live. Trust me on that.
Mhm.
Yeah, it needs
Yep.
more.
We need some more. I just went to a con and it was really fun.
Marvel
Nice.
has a whole
Oh, and I bought a
island.
bat lift, by the way, if anyone was curious. I own a bat lift now.
Oh, okay. That's cool. And
Like,
together
That's
we
evil.
form the And together we form the Fanatics, here to bring you the news and reviews of the week, audience. And on our special Tuesday nights, we bring you the reviews. What do we have for you today? We're going to be walking along the Witch's Road with Wiccan. We're going to be talking about some Captain America adventures in Latveria. And, going further out into space with the Intergalactic Black Panther and that stuff. And, we might be delving into hell with some Infernal Hulk
And also
topics here.
zombies. You can never go wrong with zombies.
There you go. Everything from zombies to space
The
to
witches.
foreign countries and that
The
stuff. Yeah,
witches. We got it
we
all. Kind of.
exactly. And speaking of getting it all, we also have something called socials, which, right?
Yeah. Subscribe because I said so. You can also find us on Twitter at ComicFanatic69 because I totally wasn't the one who made the name up. Anyways, you can also find me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok at witch_of_Jotunheim. I post stuff occasionally. You can also find me on Tumblr, Blue Sky, and Letterboxd at Northstar Aria. I will be ranting a lot on Blue Sky next week. Just letting y'all know. Don't ask why. You'll just know if you follow. Anyways, and yeah, all that fun stuff. You can find Cryptid wherever you find overly patriotic people at. And you can find Austin wherever you find a brick wall with a face on it. Is that right?
Or you can make it yourself, yeah.
Did I get that correct?
Or you can make it yourself.
Or you can make them yourself. You can make an Austin today. You can make your own Austin today.
Then you'll have to ask yourself if it's actually me or you making a clone of me.
Yeah, there's a difference. There's a very specific formula for making Austin the bricky wall. Okay? There's a method. It has to be the right shade of blue for the eyes and it has to be the right shade of pink for the blush.
There you
You
go.
hear that, credit? You keep notes.
Gotcha. Anyway, I guess with that, let's move on to the comics of the week, audience. And Austin, you start us off, dude.
Oh, Infernal Hulk number 5, I believe.
Yep.
So, Infernal Hulk, this issue is actually interesting because it's the Avengers trying to assess the situation. Because
Okay.
if you know anything, they are not ready to fight this Hulk, and for the first time ever, I think the Avengers are like, yeah, we know we're not ready. Thor's not here, so we're not about to just run in guns blazing.
Question: This is the Avengers roster from the last Avengers run, right? The one with Sam
No,
Wilson.
because a lot of them aren't here. It's literally just Iron Man, Reed's here, and Carol is here, Vision's here, but that's all we really see.
Oh, okay. Whatever's
But
available, man.
yeah, it's more like Namor got beat up. If you know Namor show up, I guess you will feel like that. But the book actually starts with a funeral of Tommy Watson. Tommy Watson is one of the soldiers who got killed by Hulk in issue 1 or 2, who came back as a zombie.
Yeah.
I had to mention that because it comes back up. Hulk is going on a rampage with his army of zombie people, and then as the Avengers watch from the Quinjet, the light of God Himself shows down, and He says, by His own doll, He says, "I see you." The corruptive seed of Vendril. Vendril is the mother of all monsters.
Yep.
Dressed in new flesh. I called this planet. Oh no, okay, never mind. Dialogue is messing me up because how the way they do the dialogue for this dude. I called this planet of your progeny once. Let it be so again. And that's where you get the reveal that the one above all has come to play. There'll be a first appearance, test Infernal Hulk.
The one
ending,
above all.
God Himself showed up.
God Himself? Okay.
They'll be like if Stan Lee it looked at this man and said, all right, he got to go, and start pulling out their eraser.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And honestly, you're like, bro, God's here, light work. in the book. You're like, like as long as this Hulk is, you're not convincing us you're getting a W against God. And after we do see more of the Avengers stuff here, so you see Wanda, she's like, is that what I think it is? And someone who I can't tell who this is. They have a haircut, but it looks bad. They're standing for Iron Man. And they're like, the one above all. And then Iron Man's like, give him space. Let's give him some space. Let's start this fight. This clearly is above our pay grade. We're going to go back off for a while.
Mm-hmm.
They get paid
Infernal
to be
Hulk
Avengers?
Well, Tony does pay them, to be fair. I don't think he get paid to do it.
Well, he's rich,
okay.
so.
But Infernal Hulk starts trash talking, and he starts calling the one above all out. He basically called him a bitch.
Oh, wow.
He jumps up to fight God himself. The one above all punches him across the face, sends him flying down to the earth, covered in fire. And he's like, bro, I see your mind. The knowledge of you yourself offends me. Imagine you go to heaven and God just says, the knowledge of you that you exist offends me as a person.
But you created me in your image.
Exactly.
Wow, audience. Wow.
And he's like, washing away the stain of you will be the labor of 1,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
He punches dude down to the ground. He punches dude from the ground all the way into space, like halfway to the moon. It grabs him, slams him to the moon. But as he does so, the Infernal Hulk realizes, hold on now. If you were the one above all, he would have just killed me. This wouldn't be a fight.
Ooh.
And so he grabs him and rips him apart to reveal the next picture. I think I sent it.
Yeah, next picture.
That it's an archangel instead.
Damn.
So instead of God, you're fighting Michael, basically.
Wow, you're not good enough to face the big man himself, apparently. Wow, audience.
And I'm calling him Michael because if you know anything about the Bible, Michael's one of the big angel guys. Michael says, "Lonesome creature, I am he. This vessel, I'm the vessel of his wrath, and by my hands and eyes, I am based to you. I am nothing less than the one above all.
Wow.
I should be so far above you. I should be God to you." And then he does then he tries to smite him, like full on just divine light, and it hurts. It hurts a lot. And then the Hulk just flips up. He does a table flip. So you know anything about when people get mad, they flip the table. They flip a table. You're playing a board game, they flip the table.
Right.
He puts his fingers in the ground
audience.
and does a table flip and flips the surface of the moon.
What?
So this happened in One Punch Man. If you see One Punch Man, there's a scene with Saitama gripping the surface of the moon and breaking it all up, sending debris everywhere. He basically does that. He doesn't destroy the moon surface, but just the part they're in.
Okay.
And it ain't no dance slot, the moon's gone situation. All right. But it's enough to let him get some few good hits on the Archangel, and he is messing him up. And now he finally got his grip on him. He fully ripped the Archangel apart. I don't know if I think that's him.
Let's see. Next photo is.
Okay, that's fine. Just stay here. We're basically here anyway. He ripped the Archangel apart, and the Avengers were like, "So, did you, Tony? Did you see what happened?" He's like, "Yeah, it didn't go our way. So now but we do have one thing we didn't have before, and what he's talking about is the body of an Archangel."
Whoa!
Because if you go by the cover of the next book, which I uploaded, Tony's going to turn this into an armor. So he had to celestial armor. He had the God Killer, and then he got Lily, the servant. This might well be like the Liver Tribunal armor, if you want to put it like that.
So Tony's going to turn a corpse into his new armor.
He did it with the Celestials.
No, sounds like taking a piece of your skin and making an arm. No, you're taking a whole body here. Like, damn, it's like that. What's his name? That new upcoming Annihilus situation. The guy who's like
Yeah,
wearing literally
basically,
the skin of Annihilus as his new costume. Like,
it's basically the same thing. All right.
wow.
If the one above all didn't want it to happen, he would stop it. Is all I'm gonna say. But
Continue
Bruce,
on. Mhm.
Bruce and Betty are hanging out with one of their work friends. But as they pull up to her house, her son is here.
Wait, what?
Which is this photo. This is her son, the zombie version of her son, the guy who died, and we had a funeral from right when the book started.
Whoa.
Because remember, the Infernal Hulk works as a virus for these people, the people he kills, and he controls them to a degree.
Yeah.
He was honestly, this dude's like, oh well, Infernal Hulk's kind of fucked up. We can kind of do what we want. I'm going home.
Mm-hmm.
So he heads home to go to bed. His mom's here, and she's freaking out. So he's freaking out, and he tries to kill her. Bruce steps in, gets backhanded. He grabs Betty, and then Bruce had to let him know, bro, you're dead. You died. You're dead. All right. The guy doesn't believe him, backhands him, and they set the house on fire. And as he's burning, he just jumps out the house and runs away.
Wow.
But the reason this is important because Bruce himself says, "Damn, I really do have to go back and stop this, don't I? Like, I have to do something."
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's not like it's not like you weren't already part of an intergalactic battle going on last week, right, Banner? You know, so yeah. Mhm.
But yeah, so Bruce is finally going to go to the Avengers and try to help. Hopefully, we see the return of a Hulk later on. But we do get, like I said, the thumbnail for next issue is Iron Man's new armor, which is funky looking.
Okay.
I'll show it as the next book goes on, so because he's gonna kick me out of call.
Yeah.
But just know, when you see it, you'll be like, why do you make it like that? But it is what it is. I think it's a good issue. But obviously he didn't really beat God. If he beat the one above all, then I will throw the book away. Like, come on now, we're not winning the fight.
That's just fucking stupid.
So
Mhm.
beating just a vessel still makes it a little bit more believable. Like, oh yeah, when Thor gets here and Hulk comes back, we can we can fight him. We can figure something out.
Mhm.
But it is what it is.
Gotcha.
I very am interested to see how this book lines up to the event of the book that we're going to get next year. But I more want to see Red Hulk do something about this because I know he's going through his own problems. But I feel like at some point you got to be like, hey, yo, you to fight the Hulk a lot. You might have to come fight the Hulk again. He's kind of, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but he's like two-toned or something.
It's amazing to think that it's been a while since Red Hulk's been back into a Hulk book audience. When you think about that, when you think of it that way, so it has been years.
Yeah,
so,
he hasn't been in one since he died. Everything he returned, he never. Remember, even his return was in a Captain America book. It had nothing to do with Hulk.
The last time Red Hulk was in a Incredible Hulk book was during the whole Doc Green saga, and that was specifically to take away the Red Hulk from Ross. I recall.
Yeah.
And after that, that was it. Like, damn. That was well over 10 years ago, audience. Dang. I remember that specifically because that was before All New, All Different. So, wow.
Though I thought it was funny where people were like, oh, they're not going to have the Hulk in this movie? He had to fight Red Hulk. Like, bro, I only think this man remember who Red Hulk is in the comics.
Ironic there. Amazing how time flies like that, audience. So
yeah, but let's move on.
All right, yeah, it sounds like a good issue. I mean, hey, we're getting our double dose of zombies this week, audience. Apparently, so brace yourself. So with that, let's move on to the next book.
Well, speaking of zombies, guys, so I'm here to talk about Bleeding Hearts #2 because this was the only DC Vertigo book that actually interested me. That's just me.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get this started. So we start where we left off, where Poke found the living woman, and we can assume her child and everything like that. And he's
With the
just
broken leg?
Yeah, the one with the broken leg. Yes. And he's just like standing there kind of shook, and she's pointing the gun at him and everything, and she's trying to calm down her kid, because like honestly the kid's scared. The kid's growing up in a fucking zombie apocalypse, dude. I want you to put two and two together. I would be scared. I would be terrified. Anyway, so basically, Poke just knocks them both out, like just punches them in the face to knock them out and everything. And so we cut to a flashback.
He just beats women?
And kids, apparently. I don't fucking know. Let me finish the story, and then I think you might understand a little bit better why he did what he did. Anyway, going back in time a little bit to like a broken down car, and we see two people in that car. Do you want to guess what they're doing in this car?
Having sex.
No, actually, it's actually what comes after having sex. She's giving birth.
In a car? Well,
in a broken down car in the middle of the zombie apocalypse.
They be killing with that, bro. They be killing. What about the zombie apocalypse make people so horny, bro? Why does this always happen?
Well,
I get the human race has to keep going. Okay, I get that, but you got to get to a place where you can, sit down and do that.
Austin, at that point, tomorrow is not guaranteed, so you better
live life. And guess what? I'm still pulling out. All right.
I'm making a makeshift condom. We ain't dealing with this shit today.
I don't care if I have a Snickers wrapper. I'm not having a kid.
It's better than nothing at this point.
Excuse me while I go out there to go get some snake skin. So,
Like I said, better than nothing. They had ways of making contraceptives back then.
Yeah. You want to talk about old school audience? Snakeskin was old school. Yeah, okay.
Anyways. So yeah, she's over here in a car giving birth, she's everyone's trying to stay calm. Obviously it's hard when you're pushing a literal person out of your body in a car. I know people giving birth in cars before, like this is not the craziest thing, but don't worry.
No, it usually be at least a good quality car.
Yeah, but you got to do what you got to do. Unfortunately,
Austin, will it be considered a good quality car if that was a place where the woman was giving birth at that point? So yeah.
I want to have a kid in a Bugatti.
Fair enough, but don't worry. The kid is born healthy for the most part, and they name her Rabbit because why not? Fuck it, we ball. No judgment here with namings, okay? I've seen worse names.
I judge.
I've seen worse names. Anyways, so we see Poke carrying the mom to a secondary location, and she's like dreaming of her lover, of her baby daddy, and everything like that. And basically, she's dropped. She's like. We just see what she's doing, we see what she's doing and everything like that, like up to this point and everything. And so we cut to a basketball court. I'm assuming still at the school that they were at, and everything like that. She's put into one of the rooms with all the fucking equipment and shit. And so she wakes up. Can you go to the next picture? I think I posted this picture. I don't remember. Yeah, that's one of the pictures from earlier. Anyway, yeah, imagine raising a kid in the zombie apocalypse. Great times for all, bestie. Anyways, so she wakes up. She looks for her kid because obviously, and she's like, "Oh my god, like you're okay." She checks for pulses. She checks for bite marks. Completely valid in this situation. And yeah, so she's still getting non-flashbacks of when her lover was killed by zombies because this is a zombie apocalypse story. And so like her kid wakes up and she's like, okay, like what happened? And then the mom's like, okay, we gotta go. And even though her leg is still broken, gotta keep strong and until they could get to safety, which this is the safest location they've been in a hot minute, I'm assuming. And basically, the kid's like, it's like, where are we? And the mom's like, it's a school. And the kid's like, oh, were there other kids here? No, I don't think there were other kids here, bestie. And so the mom and Rabbit, I don't know the name of the mom. I'm sorry, I don't think we got her name. We'll learn it later. We'll learn it later, chat. Anyways, so they're walking around trying to find safety, and we see Poke holding a bunch of supplies. You know, and so Rabbit's like, "Oh, you should like sit down. You should sit down, Mom. Like your legs hurt. Your leg's broken. You know." And so basically, and she's like, "Wait, let me get Flip. Like he'll make you feel better." Can't find the plush rabbit. And so basically trying to look for it, and we learned that this was one of the last things that her dad gave to her before he died. Made a pink rabbit plush. Cause why not? Why not?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the next picture, please. Basically, that was her homie. That was her bestie.
Aww.
Yeah. Don't worry. It's not the last time we'll see Flip. It's okay. Anyways, so they're walking around and everything. Poke is kind of following them, just like at a distance, you know, and everything like that. And so the kid has to stop to tie her shoes. You know, kids gotta tie their shoes. This is why I don't like wearing shoes with ties on there, because it takes too long. You never know. Anyways, so Rabbit sees Poke and she's like, "Oh my, like Mama, like Mom." And so the mom's like, "Okay, we gotta go. And Poke's just standing there, you know, holding all the stuff, and then drops all the stuff. And then Rabbit's like, "Is this for us?" And basically he is holding Flip, you know, the plush rabbit from earlier. And she's like, "Oh my God, Flip!" And the mom's like, "Rabbit, no, like don't do it." Obviously, kids are gonna do kid things. You can't blame the kid. And so Poke reaches out to Rabbit, and you know, pats her head and everything like that. And the kid, you know, kids have empathy for the most part. You know, they're not that cynical, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on the situation. And so she's like, "Look, Mom, I think he's friendly." Can you go to the last picture? Yeah, I think he's friendly.
That's a face.
Because if you guys remembered, Poke's heart started beating again and everything. So obviously, like,
he better not tell nobody.
I'm not saying shit. I'm not saying shit. Anyways, yeah, I'm excited for issue 3. So stay tuned for that.
There you go. Sounds like an interesting take on the zombie story. So for the time being,
Yeah, I feel like I don't know why, but I've been just reading a lot of fucking vampire and like not vampires, like zombie books recently.
Yeah,
just a lot of monster books in general.
Gotcha.
That's on me. That ain't on y'all.
Well, this is, if it's any caveat to that, like, hey, this is literally the second book of the night that we talked that involved zombies on an audience. So yeah. Anyway, any final thoughts on this witch before we move on?
Dennis Camp, like what you're doing here.
Gotcha. Well, alrighty then. I guess with that, let's move on to the next book, audience. This won't have zombies in it, but it will have the dead. We're talking about Captain America issue number 8, legacy number 779, audience. So yeah, part 3 of this Doom's Shadow story arc. So, and we report back to Washington where Ross is having a debrief with one of the senators there, right? And it's at this point where the people in the White House are like, "Okay, Ross, we know you mean well. We know things need to be managed in Liberia, but we think you're getting way too close and personal with the situation going on there. So we're going to reassign."
You're already a Hulk, and you get a little bit too strong, right? You get too much power.
Yeah, like Ross, your eyes are literally turning red right now. So, yikes.
I think Ross needs to just sit down, smoke some weed, or eat an edible, your choice, and just chill. Take a bath.
Ross
Calm
is a
down.
character I'm really surprised they haven't made a young version of. Like he hasn't been de-aged one time or something like that. 'Cause I do
Yeah.
think de-aging to be like around as where Bruce's age would be very funny.
I mean, it's kind of funny because, like, I know I dropped this book, but like that 2990 end, right? We did have a moment where we had modern day Red Hulk going up against Red Hulk from 2099, who apparently was a descendant of Ross, and he's telling Ross, like, in our time, you're considered a wartime criminal, And history depicts you as a wartime criminal. And Ross's response was, "The only crime in war, son, is losing." Like, whoa,
Actually, there's a lot of crimes
whoa,
that you can
whoa.
do in war.
I'm just
So
like, yeah, this
Geneva
guy,
Convention, more like Geneva
this this
Conjecture.
this guy
Geneva
has a sack.
Convention, more like
This guy,
Geneva Suggestion.
Which
this
no.
guy This guy has a sack stronger than adamantium, audience. Like, damn. Damn. Okay, but anyway, after that's over, we go back to Latveria, and this is where Captain America is like, going with Alina Von Doom. I forgot, is that the daughter of Doctor Doom? Either way, she's a
Cousin.
Doom. A cousin? Okay. Anyway, so she's one of the people who's like trying to, run for leadership in Latveria now. Apparently she even went as far as to changing her last name on the audience, because, like, in her excuse is like, look, Doom did a lot of damage to this country, and right now people don't want to see him in power, so it would be my best interest not to publicly reveal that my last name is Doom and that stuff. I mean, heck, yeah. So, but still, anyway, so she did briefs Captain America on what's going on. She even brings him to her secret bunker. They share some drinks, and yeah, she tells him she's working with like another party, who are a group of freedom fighters. These are the other candidates who are trying to run for leadership in Latveria. Let's see if I have a picture of them. They're twins. Okay, let me see if I can pronounce this guy's name. Melor Sandu and Mara. Yeah. Brother and sister, they're the leaders of the Latvian liberators, Um, Captain America doesn't like them because he had just witnessed their forces having shot at other Latvian citizens in the previous issue. And I kind of like the guy's response. Like, he's saying, Captain America, the man who knows what's best for us, right? Like, oh, yeah, boy.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, they get to talking, and they basically, both these factions have a common enemy, which is Salvation. That freedom fighter from the first arc of this run, the one who was trying to stop Doom from rising to power. Yeah, right now he's kind of starting to become the next Doctor Doom, audience, because they're worried that he's going to end up possessing all the weapons that Doom had left behind. And right now they have intel on this one facility that'll show the whereabouts of all these weapons. Okay, so they kind of need Captain America to tag along with them so that they grab that intel.
All
You
these
know?
weapons, man. Not talking about the goddamn time machine.
I know, right? One step at a time. And for God's sakes, we go to like Nick Fury's team, those new Shield agents. They literally find like in one of the farmers' houses, like there's like a whole underground bunker with what's supposed to be what you call transportation devices, but they look like a lot like missiles, audience. So you're like, damn, even unbelievable farmland. And right now, their intel indicates that yes, the next weapons bunker just happens to be underneath where the former American embassy was at in Latveria. So yeah, a little sixth sense of irony right there from Doctor Doom's point. And
To
while this
be
is going
fair,
on,
like I get it. I'm like,
yeah.
oh well, oh they're annoying me. Guess what? It's a bomb already under your building.
Yep. Sixth sense of irony, audience. Anyway, while this is going down, we go back to Ross, and right now he hand selected a group of army recruits, right? And he made sure that these people were patriotic to the country because he's going to be putting them into the Hulk program. So yeah, these are going to be the blue and white Hulks that he's going to be joining his team, audience. Dang. I wonder what color Hulk I would have been if he puts me on that. If he put me on that team, audience. Dang. Take your pick, red, white, or blue. You know. So anyway, as this is going down, we find out that you know, Salvation himself, he's already keeping tabs on Shield and where they're going next. You know, because they already plan on uh killing Nick Fury during this, right, and making it look like an accident. You know, to kind of
Yeah, that'll be the.
yeah.
And you know what? Maybe he should rule like Mary. To be honest, maybe he got a point.
Wow, so much pride in killing the son of a legend, you know? Wow.
Man, that's tons of disgrace to that list. I don't want to hear it.
Gotcha. But anyway, so Captain America goes with the siblings and a small group of their freedom fighters to that facility. You know, it's a fenced facility, buildings and that stuff. It has Salvation's men guarding the facility and all that stuff. They try to be as inconspicuous as possible. Unfortunately, like the brother does something reckless and they get spotted, and now they have all these soldiers coming after them. So it's basically just these three going trying to fight off against the platoon of Latvian soldiers, right? And this is where you find one of them tries ramming Captain America with his car, and an explosion happens, and Captain America ends up landing in a pit. Not just any pit, audience. A pit of corpses. Yeah, apparently this facility. Apparently the siblings lied. This facility isn't going to reveal the whereabouts of where the weapons are. This facility has actually been used as the dumping ground for Salvation to dump the corpses of all the Latvian citizens that have been opposing him. So you're like, yeah.
Man,
Remember, audience, this was a freedom fighter in the first arc, audience, that was trying to stop Doom, you know? So,
I think the
yeah.
worst part about this art because as a comic reader, you
Yeah.
know, I know, which knows Doom's gonna be back in Troll soon. Like it doesn't matter. This is not gonna be a
Yeah.
long term thing. So they
Yeah.
can't make the new leader seem that great. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I
They
mean,
can't let people
I,
get attached to the new leader.
look, I'm. We know at some point Doctor Doom's going to have to come back and take control of Latveria, but I'm just curious what the message is going to be by the end of Chester Darcy's run, because is the message going to be that we need to get a dictator back in power? Is what you're telling me? You know,
I personally think it's gonna be like
because
I think it'll be a controversial thing where
We
Steve
know
takes
Cap.
a chance and be like, yeah, Cynthia, whatever her name is, you're in charge. Only
Yeah.
reveal that, oh yeah, I'm not actually Doom's cousin. That has nothing to do with me. I'm a Doombot, by the way.
Oh damn. Okay. Maybe that I could buy because we already know that Doctor Doom's going to be enlisting the help of Steve Rogers by the end of this arc. We know that by solicitations, audience. So I, Chip Zdarsky, once again you're walking on a tightrope of of these sorts of concepts. Uh, yeah, if you could just say by the end, Captain America's going to try helping Alicia getting to power, but then he just gets duped, and it's revealed that Alicia's a Doom bot working for Doom this whole time. Okay, that maybe I can buy, So yeah. But anyway, so Captain America obviously is enraged by this. He comes out of the pit and he beats up and knocks out the rest of the soldiers there. The sister comes in trying to stop and help stop Captain America, and like, this is where she said like, okay, Cap, this was the real mission. We just needed to go hack into their files over here to at least get the names of the people that have been dumped into this pit, to at least give their family some closure. Because again, audience, a lot of people who have been opposing Salvation's rise to power have been disappearing as of late. So yeah.
Kill it.
Mhm. Killing your political adversaries, yikes, yikes. But this is when, like, Nick Fury Jr. calls in Steve, like, look, saying, yeah, he'll alert the people about us, this and that. We need to regroup. We need to get back to Washington. And Cap is telling him, no, he killed them. This ends now. I'm going after him, Nick, with or without you. And God help you if you stand in my way.
Ooh.
So yeah, Captain America is gonna go after Salvation next
He's like, I guess
issue.
I'm going rogue. Guess I'm going rogue,
Yep.
chap.
Yeah. I have to
Bill's been back
stop
for 5 minutes and already. You know what? Fuck you, Fury. I'm gonna go ahead by myself.
You ain't your dad. I only listen to your dad, man, because he commanded respect.
And your
So.
dad is not even here, so I'm not listening to your dad either.
Mhm.
I'm listening
Basically.
to no one's dad.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see what happens in the next issue. We do know, we do know from solicitation and leaks that of course, Red Hulk's going to go back to being a bad guy, this and that. And I did see those pictures you brought up, Austin. It looks like we're going to see old man versions of both Ross and Captain America. And god dang, it looks like Ross takes Captain America prisoner, man. I'm like, what the hell is going on in this Armageddon event?
Yeah,
You
I
know?
don't think Steve is old. I still think he's just been unshaven, uncut for so long. I do think he just got captured at some point.
Yeah, yeah. He didn't get a chance to shave, but when you look at Red Hulk, yeah, he visibly got old, man. Like, damn.
I
I think
think
it's a good
Ross
issue.
needs to get a skincare routine.
Yeah, yeah. Dude's been through a lot. Yeah, it does seem like he's taken this whole situation with Latveria more personally, audience, because this kind of seems more like payback. Because let's not forget, Ross was POW here in Latveria for God knows how many months, being subjected to a numerous torture, beatings, and having to witness his own the other prisoners getting killed and that stuff. So yeah, audience, if I would suggest if somebody's a Latvian, who want to stay as far away from someone like Ross as possible. Just saying, So yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was a good issue, very intense. A lot of very dark tones going on, especially like again, Captain America falling into that pit of corpses. Audience, that wouldn't be the first time Steve would have seen something like that, audience. So I can imagine he was having flashbacks of that. So yeah. Good book. You guys have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
No.
Gotcha.
Captain Headbutt Nick Fury.
I think Cap
There
needs
you
to do a lot of things after dealing with all this nonsense.
Yeah. I mean, again, I just like the fact that this kind of feels like Captain America's going on a modern day tour, So like,
Is his
it's, yeah.
outfit black or not?
No, it's blue. It should be blue.
No, it's blue.
No, every other issue they the shading of it changes to like the so like even the top part of this picture, you see like the pants look like dark black, and then it
Yeah,
come up to
yeah.
blue because of lighting. They do that a lot. I
Hmm.
thought he was wearing black pants this whole time,
I think they
but
just do
this
that with a lot of characters who either wear blue or black.
Hmm. I mean, I guess like when you're on a tour of duty, your uniform ain't gonna come out looking shining, So I mean, that's the way I'm looking at it. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, did I mention the audience that it was revealed in solicitations that pretty much Nick Fury's whole crew, those new Shield agents they debuted, yeah, they're all going to get killed. So
R.I.P.
Thanks for
yeah.
spoiling us once again, Marvel. You're great at your job.
Is
Why
anybody
you're why
hey,
why you just spoil everything you do?
is anybody going to shed a tear, audience, for those new Shield recruits?
I don't even give a shit about this book.
Oh, a lot of people are invested in it, you know. So yeah,
Well, I'm trying to not have my
it's
phone
the best.
overheat, so
It's it's the best Captain America run that's been around in years. So yeah. All right then. I guess with that we can move on to the next book, audience. So do Austin.
Oh, back on me? Okay. Let's see. Sentry number 1, 2026. So I was really looking forward to this book. People don't know. The
Mm-hmm.
writer Paul Jenkins has been all over Twitter talking. You could ask him any question he would have answered. And we learned a lot going into this book about the expectations, how it's supposed to be a
Mm-hmm.
very emotional, different the Sentry story. And
Mm-hmm.
I do think issue 1 delivers.
Oh yeah.
We wake up. Oh, you read it?
Yeah, I have the book in front of me. I read it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we start off with I'm gonna say Bob. I know it's Robert. I'm gonna say Bob. Uh,
thank you MCU for that, you know. So
Bob wakes up in the Watchtower, I believe.
yeah.
People don't know. I know you. If you don't know, okay, it wasn't in the movie. The Watchtower is Sentry's base. He used to sit on top of like the Empire State Building or something.
Mm-hmm.
But where is it now? I don't know. It just kind of appears whenever he shows up.
Mm-hmm.
But he wakes up and he like, Watchdog, come on. And we get their little flashback of how all he really had with his dog. The dog's name was Luca Laika.
Like a yeah, a Russian dog. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he was
that's a
talking about
Peace,
the
girl.
of his former dog Laika who died and all the other stuff. And
he was
it's a
she was a
sad
good
backstory. It shows his connection to the dog and why he holds on to his current dog so much.
yeah. She was a good dog, audience, and what did the government do to reward her? Shoot her off into space.
Yep.
Yikes.
It wasn't
Yeah.
just her; it was a bunch of other animals.
In
But
another universe, this is Cosmo, by the way.
Yeah.
yeah, in another
Mm-hmm.
universe, this is Cosmo, the goat, aka the
Mm-hmm.
dog.
That's a little
Yep.
bit very funny. I did a Cosmo just do his dog of all people, but he was searching the stars for this dog forever. Never really found him, or never really found her, and eventually came up with Eventually got Watchdog. Why he has Watchdog? Because crypto. Okay, that's all you need to know. But we do cut the funniest thing in this book for me was this next thing, because I was like, Kingpin. What is Kingpin doing here?
He looked weird, Austin. I gotta say that.
Yeah, they drew him. He's very skinny, but his face is like very misshapen. Like it's really
He looked
odd.
like he
It looked
looked
like
like
they
he
tried to
was
do
a
like
wimp.
the early MCU version, but couldn't do it
Mhm.
correctly.
Yeah, he was pretty much a wimp in this. No, I mean, okay, albeit
To
yes,
be
he's
fair, to
been
be fair, I
yeah.
I was fine with that because the Void did really fuck up Kingpin before, and Kingpin knows he can do it. But the Void,
Yeah. I would imagine like Kingpin, even in the face of death, he would still like up his chest and fold his arms in the back of his back, like looking to
he,
negotiate.
well,
Mhm.
the Void walks up on him. He says, "Hello, Mister Fist." He's like, "Bro,
Mhm.
who are you, bro? Whatever you want, make it quick." He's like, "Bro, I just
Mhm.
want to talk to you." And he's like,
Mhm.
10 seconds, or I'm gonna have my guys kill you. He's like, "Bro, you seriously can't do anything to me. They can't even breathe in space." As he teleports the whole team to space.
Oh god, dude. Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh no, you're him. Like I know you. I remember this. You're the
Mhm.
Void." No, he said you're
Yeah.
him, and the Void's like, "Yes." He's like, "Which one? Are you Bob or are you the other thing?" He's like, "Not the one you prefer." We know you're around talking about a mad Bob than a mad Void.
Wow.
But he's like, "Look, man." He, he's like, "Yeah, we need to talk." And he's like, "Bro, you know I'm a man of considerable means. If you got something you need, I can do it. I can do it." It
Mhm.
feels more like Hammerhead than Kingpin.
I think
Like I could see
they should.
Hammerhead cowering like this.
Yeah.
Kingpin
Mhm.
was still give in, but he would not sound convinced. I guess the best way to say it.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
Uh,
it would not
I do
sound
see
and
what
look
I
like
see what
a.
you're saying when I'm rereading the dialogue for this.
Yeah. You know, he like
Uh,
Kingpin's like literally saying, "Please, I'm begging you. Why me? I don't understand." Like, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
knowing you, bro. We don't even know each other.
Mhm.
But it was interesting though. He's like, I want you to send a message. Like, I need, I want to start some stuff, and basically, you are very easy way to do it. And if you don't, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill everyone you know, kill everyone you care about, everyone you like. Because I believe this is Kingpin when he's married to Typhoid Mary, so he does have something to lose.
Yeah,
Uh, and he's like, man, consider yourself, lucky in a test case because if it works out, I'm gonna let you live.
yeah. Hmm.
And he's like, yeah, you go, it's good. So you can follow directions. Listen to what I gotta say, and I don't have to torture you. You fuck up, I'm gonna torture you. I'll be back. And he's like, why me? I don't understand. Like Critter said, he's like, you people never do. And I'm like, you people?
What do you
You
mean, you
people?
Interesting
people?
choice of words.
What do you mean, you
Avoid racist to all races.
people? Yep.
But we do get an interesting moment because I do think I got the next picture. Reed convinces Sentry to come on to basically like an
No,
Avengers. What do you want to
yeah.
call it?
A television, well, a public service announcement
Yeah,
or something like that.
it's like I know y'all seen the Justice League cartoon when they used to get in front of all the people and start talking.
Yeah.
It's basically that. And I was like,
Hmm.
why did you do this? Why did you convince him to come here? And he gave me like full outfit. And then you get like the ugliest read of all time. I forgot to show that picture. But there's a read. Read looks really bad. It
Wow, that's
looks
that's
like they
the
tried to
image.
draw
That
Pedro Pascal as a white man.
damn. That's the image Jake Gyllenhaal will want put in his dartboard
Hmm.
audience. You know.
This is the read you definitely would trust. And this definitely what Jake sees.
Mhm.
But anyone who doesn't remember, Sentry and Reed were supposed to be like best friends. Like, and
Mhm.
all that shit was going down. Like this is supposed to be a number two guy like after like thing.
Yep.
And so it's always interesting to see how current writers try to handle that relationship because it really wasn't a relationship that didn't Sentry was gone. But basically it's just the people asking heroes questions and stuff like Sentry, where you been? Are you back for good? Are you gonna be helping to save the world and stuff?
Hmm.
We see you got a wife or something now. She's kind of hot. I'm like, bro, what you
Hmm.
doing? Why you bring it up? But
A blonde wife with short hair. Audience. Huh.
I
Well,
do
I
think
was like,
it's
what?
funny to see the team that's here because it's
Hmm.
Reed, Sue, Iron Man, Spider Man, and his wife. Like so, and Carol.
Hmm. Hmm.
So isn't this like almost like the Armageddon team with the Reed?
Yep.
So talk about timing. But as he takes Watchdog out to play, he starts to realize something's wrong with him, and his back legs are giving way. He's sick somehow.
Hmm.
He's explaining to his wife, his powers and what he can do because people don't remember. They keep erasing their memory because they keep erasing his memory of being Sentry. So once he remembers, he let her know, and somehow she's just okay with that. I don't see how you do a relationship with that,
Yeah.
but it is what it is. But he's explaining to her, I can do a lot. I used to go to space looking for my dog and some other stuff. I'm scared that Watchdog is going to die. His back legs are giving out. He's getting sick. I don't know what to do. And the sad thing about this is that we kind of already know what's going to happen because Paul Jenkins teasing the book has a very picture of that applies. Sentry's going to let the dog die or kill himself
Uh, uh,
with the tagline, "If you love something, let it go, let it free yourself."
Well, the caveat, think of it this way, audience. If the void kills the dog, in that case, that op- opposite reaction would be that gives Sentry the ability to save another dog.
To be fair, it looked like Sentry does it, like out of mercy.
Oh, okay. So then, how does that work with the void? Then, if Sentry
The,
kills the
if the Sentry kills the dog, that means the void will like give his cat a treat.
dog. Wow. Wow.
But it's interesting because the Sentry started being a hero again, and it's being active. The void's active. He's like, guess what? This time I'm gonna start reaction. The whole thing with the Sentry and the void that for every action the void does or the Sentry does, there's an equal or opposite reaction. So the void does something bad, Sentry does something good. When he does something good, the void does something bad. That's the thing. So
Yeah.
the void here says,
It's
well, I guess I'll
literally
just
just
kill.
a yin yang situation.
Yeah,
Yep.
the void causes a tsunami that's almost going to kill everybody. Iron Man's there. He's trying to stop the situation. Thor's here, which I didn't know at first. Thor's here,
Mhm.
apparently. But
Why the fuck is
honestly,
he?
he's there trying to like calm the waves, swinging his hammer.
What the fuck is he gonna do by calming the waves?
Well, if he makes he makes strong enough winds and stuff, he can push the
Yeah.
wave back and try to
Why
balance
not
out
just
the.
get a high? Why not just hit up someone with
What?
hydrokinesis, dude? It's not that
What?
hard.
Who has
Wait.
hydrokinesis? Namor?
People,
That's about it.
get
He got
Namor.
beaten up. Didn't he get beaten up by Hulk?
Yeah, he's beat up right now. Okay, he
Yeah.
don't want to talk to us.
And which, to be fair, right? This is the same squad that came here to tackle tsunami that decided to bring Spider-Man into the mix. I'm like, what's
Hey,
Spider-Man
no,
doing?
hey,
Spider-Man do?
wait. Spider-Man's just here to help rescue civilians.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. If you wanted to stop the tsunami, get Iceman. Have him freeze the fucking tsunami.
The X-Men don't return our calls. Okay,
Mhm.
Oh, I wonder
It,
why they don't return our
it's
calls.
professional. It's a professional courtesy situation. Like, hey, X-Men are going to get involved in the Avengers stuff, and vice versa. So yeah.
but long story short, Reese decides to be like, "Hey, yo, Sentry, you might have to, do something." Sentry comes
Mhm.
in, flies around the city, flies around the wave and cuts it off, and he returns home. He's still thinking about his dog, trying to figure out how to way to save Watchdog Man, but he's come up with nothing.
Mm.
And then he sits down his chair, which he's like, Alexa, start therapy mode. Not Alexa, but it's something. Start therapy
Yeah.
mode. And
Mhm.
he's talking about his problems to the AI. And as he does it, he has to. If anyone knows the little science thing where it's like the 5 balls, you hit one on one side, it goes all the way through, and the other one keeps doing it, keeps clacking.
Yeah.
He's doing that. And as he does, he's talking to him. He's talking to Clock, which is the AI.
Mhm.
And he's like, Clock, do you think it's possible to lie to yourself? Like, do you truly believe that's a thing? And the Clock is like, yeah, it's possible. You can lie to yourself. You can lie so well that you convince yourself that it's the truth. That's like disorders, like bipolar and other stuff, or schizophrenia. It also can lead to stuff like that.
Mhm.
And he's like, I don't mean behavioral disorders or like chemical imbalance. What if you needed to lie to yourself for a good reason? And Clock's like, I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm supposed to be the balance for everything. I'm supposed to be the balance for everything I allow the void to do. I can do an equal amount of good. So what he's saying is like he knows the void's out there. He's letting the void do bad stuff so he can do good stuff. And he's like, that
Mhm.
got to be for the best. Long story short. And as he starts to think about it, he started to realize, oh, it's actually really fucked up. But he's like, that's not really it, is it? I know I did not need Clock to talk me into this.
Mhm.
Things used to be balanced for every action an equal opposite action. If you did something at the Sentry, the void would do something vice versa, but that's no longer true. You've been lying to yourself. Somehow the void has tipped the scales and he is winning. So the void can do something bad, like the void can do the most terrible thing of all time, and Sentry will only do a little bit of good.
Uh-oh.
That changes everything. And after Clock scans the dog, and let's see, he looks up the bio to try to figure out what's going on, and Clock has to tell him, "I am so sorry." So whatever's going on, Watchdog is 1% about to die.
I thought he was going to die at that last panel, man. Like it looked like he was Sentry was about to twist his neck. I'm like, God damn, dude, no. God
R.I.P.
dang.
And
the dog. R.I.P. the
and
goat.
he can't take it. He's like, "I need you. I need this dog." And also the voice starts talking. He's like, "I can't. It's not fair." Because the void's out and about doing something. Central
Hey, the
gets to
voice.
respond to AO. Anomalies are happening all over the world. Wonder what's going on.
Hey, Void, you have a cat, all right? Let Bob have his dog, all right? You know.
Well, to
So.
be fair, if something happened to the dog, it means the opposite happened to the cat. Maybe he's like, "What do you mean acting this cat living too good? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah,
Like, fuck
man.
you,
Why is this
Void. Why
cat
do you
so
have the
happy?
living cat and I don't have a living dog?
I don't want no living cat. I want an almost dead cat."
Hmm.
But the Avengers are honestly responding to the scene. There's stuff happening everywhere though. There's like crystal growth attacking people. Lasers have come out. The Hulk got infected with crystals. They're bursting out his eyes and his body.
He's gone.
Uh,
He's starting to look like what you would like Doomsday in this situation with how the crystals are popping out of his body. Audience,
yeah.
you know.
It- Also, yeah, what happened with the gamma blast that knocks Captain away, by the way. So
Hmm.
whatever's going on, the Void did something to Hulk, and Hulk's obviously freaking out. He can't see or really speak.
Hmm.
Interesting.
So, yeah, if you can see and speak, you'll be frailing around doing stuff too.
Hmm.
And they're
Yeah, no
like,
shit.
"Sentry,
That's how
please,
that
please,
works.
yeah, Sentry, please come help us." And they're begging Sentry for help. And he knows if he goes out there and does this, the Void's probably going to do something even worse. But then Spider Man almost dies.
And he's
Yikes.
like,
You
well,
see,
okay.
yeah,
Well, I guess
you see
I
Spider
die.
Man get knocked away, and then the crystals start advancing to him. And we do get, funny enough, which we get the dialogue from the movie where the voice like, "You thought you could be a hero, bro? You couldn't even save yourselves."
Dang.
And the void realized, and that's the lie the void's been telling himself about this. Always the Sentry, ever the void. He couldn't save the first dog. He can't save Watchdog, and he can't even save himself.
Hmm.
And so it's very interesting to see how they handle. Apparently, there was a flashback book. So that was the team when he was on the Avengers.
Oh, okay, okay. Makes more sense.
So yeah, that
So,
makes more sense. I don't be fair, people. I ain't read that book in like since it came out. That was like 2001.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
forgive me for not remembering the team. But I think it's the first good emotional book for Century.
Yeah.
Um, I think the
I
best thing
think.
is the writer goes into this with the intention of 5 issues. But if it does sell well, he can do another 5. He has already has a plan for that. It's not like
Hmm.
a lot of the miniseries are like, "Oh, well, I think fans gonna like it, so I'm just gonna write some bullshit and hope I get to my
Hmm.
ongoing."
You're gonna have to write your runs adjustable to that sort of concept, audience. And I think this was a good issue. I mean, I bought it myself, audience. And if you're a fan of the depiction of Sentry that was in the Thunderbolts, audience, right? I feel like that depiction carried the spirit of Sentry, both visually and like and character wise. And this book, it also does the same thing in capturing that same essence of Sentry.
It
So
kind of
it's
reminds
a
me
good.
like the Killmonger miniseries. I bring it up every time we
There
get a
you
good
go.
book like this because like the Killmonger
Mhm.
miniseries gave you everything you liked about Eric in the MCU and brought it
Mhm.
naturally to the comics in a way that made sense. And the
Yep.
miniseries
And
only leads up to when he meets T'Challa. So it doesn't change any of the actual story arc if you go back and read that arc.
and by the
And
end
that's
of
kind
that,
of what it feels like doing the void and the mental health thing for Stanford.
yep. And I recall by the end of that Killmonger series, MCU Killmonger ended up looking like comic book Killmonger by the end. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, but yeah, the Sentry book. It's a good companion piece, audience. I think this will get people invested in this story. Hopefully, good word of mouth would justify this getting another book. Hopefully, I mean, heck,
Uh,
it's not like Sentry's going to be popping up in an MCU movie. Oh wait, yeah, he is. So you
yeah.
know. hmm
Yeah. I hope this sells good enough. I'm very interested in the Dude story. It kind of reminded me how you had your guy with Red Hulk. This might be my guy with
Yeah.
Sentry. I think that's
Yeah. You see,
Wanda got
audience.
her guy, Red Hulk got his guy, and we
Mhm.
got and Sentry got Paul Jenkins. Okay.
You see, audience. Every once in a while, I know like certain books are greenlit to have like some MCU synergy. Not all of them are good, but every now and then you'll get a good one. So
Yeah.
yeah. hmm Going. I just a quick question, Austin. Did they ever explain how Sentry came back into? Oh wait, you said this is a flashback, right?
I believe this whole book's a flashback. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I just wanted to know how Sentry came back after getting ripped in half. Like,
To be
since the
fair,
last time we saw
he
him.
did. He was supposed to come back after the Vol. What's her name? The Valkyrie thing with your
Yeah.
girl. Uh, well, not
Okay.
your girl, but somebody's
Yeah,
girl, Jane
so,
Foster. But
yeah.
they had to do the whole bullshit with the successor stuff.
Yeah.
But like you got like the Paul
You know
Jenkins
what?
told us from the start when I asked him, "Don't worry about any of that shit. It doesn't matter." So I do assume this is a full flashback book.
So, okay. Self-contained. I mean, hey, I remember Bob was able to fully master the void, but after that run was over,
Johnny
audience, he
Cage
went back.
said, "Fuck that."
Yeah, he went back to wearing his yellow and blue suit, and they forgot all about that. So yeah, sometimes these things happen in comics. Audience, you can't avoid it. Yeah, thought it was a good issue.
Are you Jake now? You can't avoid it. I heard that.
Oh man, I've been spending way too much time with Jake apparently, audience. So
That's on
all
you.
right,
That's me.
gotcha. But anyway, any final thoughts on this, Austin? Before we move on.
It's good. Pick it up. That's it.
Gotcha. And speaking of books that were greenlit because of an MCU push, let's move on to the
Ah,
next
hell nah. You did not just fucking say that. Fuck you.
one.
Anyways,
Wait, no, come
look,
on.
comic
Double
Wiccan
teaser.
fans don't like MCU Wiccan and vice fucking versa, okay?
Basically.
It was greenlit because of that. That's what I'm saying, which.
Fuck you. Never say that again.
Go
Never
ahead,
say
talk
that
about it.
again.
Go ahead, talk
Anyways,
about it.
Wiccan Witches Road #3.
I read this book. I read this book too, by the way. So yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna kind of go through this pretty quickly because I didn't
Mm-hmm.
realize how tired I was gonna be when I got back home. The heat
Oh,
gets
good.
to you. That's all I gotta say.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so we start off in New York City. Never been, and we
Mm-hmm.
see a knocked over snowman. It was knocked over by some shady little kids,
Mm-hmm.
and we see little Billy. He's like kind of upset about it, and this other kid who's on the swings with him, wearing green, by the way, if you're curious, is like, "Yo, why are you crying? Like you tried to fight them off. I thought that was pretty cool." And Billy's like, "Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's still ruined. All they do is pick on me and call me names. I just wanted to be friends. Wish they knew
Mm-hmm.
what it felt like." The other kid's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Okay, would you have been happier? No." And so the other kid is like, "Yeah, you don't really seem like the kind of guy who would want to hurt anyone on purpose."
Yeah.
But anyways, let's rebuild this fucking snowman. And they rebuild the fucking snowman. They put a little flower on it to make it cooler.
No. Good. Good for them. Good for them.
Can you go to the? You know what? Never mind. Actually, I don't even remember what
Oh.
picture they sent.
The next one is the next picture you sent me is the reveal of the fox. So
Oh,
run
okay,
right
okay.
into
Yeah, no,
that.
no, no, no,
Yes,
no, no.
yeah.
Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
so we cut to the Impossible City with Wanda, and she's like
Mm-hmm.
looking at it, and she brings up about all the shit with Roxxon, and Storm
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like, "So you talking about like Earth magic?" And Wanda's like, it's a lot of shit." And she's like, "You felt this shit, right?" And Storm is like, "Yeah." And so Wanda's like, okay, how about we take a trip to the countryside? And Aurora's like, fuck yeah, I'll pack a bag.
Mm-hmm.
Girls trip. Anyways,
There you go.
girls trip. Wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
you want to have a girls trip with Wanda and Aurora? Just
Two
me.
of the most, hmm two of the most powerful female characters in Marvel. Why not? Right? You know.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't be often, but every once in a while.
Yep.
Anyways, so we cut back to Billy and the gang. We see Fing Fang Foom in the background because and all this other stuff. And so Billy tries to um get on the Demiurge's good side or whatever the fuck, and this kid ain't having that shit. And before
Mm-hmm.
anything else can happen, they get blasted by some Roxxon assholes. And
Yeah.
so No Name is like, hey, what the fuck? And attacks them, The guys keep shooting. Billy does some cool shit with the sword, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so the kid is like, stop it, you know? And so basically, Teddy's like, yo, where's Nameless? Where's everyone? Is everyone okay? And, one of them got hurt. The Demiurge kid got hurt, but it's fine. It's all good. And guess what? Guess what we find out about Nameless? Can you go to the next picture,
Uh-oh.
por favor?
He's not so nameless.
Well, yeah, well, she's not so
She.
nameless because it's Morgan
Yeah.
Le Fay.
Yep.
I knew it.
There's your prize
Did you
shot,
know it?
audience.
Did you
There's
I
your
know it?
I,
prize shot.
I knew the person had a name.
How
Uh-huh.
could you when they were named Nameless, Austin? Like,
Mm-hmm.
It's
Anyways,
June's
yeah,
best
she's
girlfriend.
butt booty naked right now, dude. It's great.
mm-hmm.
So any of my sapphics, you're gonna love this.
Mm-hmm.
And so
There's your prize
Billy's
shot for
like,
today, audience.
and
So,
Billy's
yeah.
like, wait, you're Morgan Le Fay? Like, you're a really powerful witch. And she's like, well, only partially correct once again. Like, I'm the most powerful witch. I think some people would like to disagree with that, but
Mm-hmm.
you know what? Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
And everything like that. And all this other stuff. Basically, they have to go get the Demiurge kid to safety and everything. Morgan's like, don't worry about it. They'll be all fine. It's gonna be nightfall. Like, come along. She steals Billy's cloak because she's butt booty naked right now. I
Yeah.
get it. Takes the gourd that Billy was carrying, opens it, and all that other shit. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, after seeing more fucking Spider-Man, which I don't want to see fucking Spider-Man ads anymore. I don't want to see Spider-Man anything right now. Anyway, so we cut to a flashback. Once upon a time, long, long ago, we see Morgan, as a kiddo and everything, and at the start of what happened and why she was turned into a fox in the first place. Anyways,
Yeah.
so we cut to a cave, and all this other stuff, and she's like, so, she's like finds a little pixie fairy thing, and Teddy is like, so what do you think Morgan's plotting? And Billy's like, I don't fucking know, man. I'm not seeing much of a lesser of two evils right now. So, but anyways, at least the kid's resting. That's all that fucking matters. And Teddy's like, I've never seen you so paternal before. If they get
Mm-hmm.
kids, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. That's all I gotta say. Austin, write this down. If Billy and Teddy gets kids after this fucking book ends, I'm crashing out. That's all I gotta say. Write that down.
Is it
Yeah.
a good or negative?
We'll see. We'll see.
I'm sure. I'm sure their kids will be treated like most of the kids of heroes in Marvel. For better
They
or
gonna
for
be Luda,
worse.
Quicksilver's kid that doesn't show
Yeah.
up.
Well, we'll see. We'll
Exactly.
see what
Or
happens. We'll
Ian,
see my
or like Ian
reaction
Rogers.
on
Yeah.
what happens.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Which? Oh.
All right. Well, since witches can't be heard, I will say I do think Morgan Le Fay should be one of the strongest witches of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's weird that they literally based all their Britain stuff on King Arthur and the magic and things, and then
Mm-hmm.
every powerful witch is just not from there.
Mm-hmm.
Storm now, Scarlet Witch, Magic, Nico, like any major witch you think of has nothing to do with Morgan, like Morgan Le Fay stuff. And
I
it
don't
feels
know.
weird to me. Agatha.
Especially, yeah, I mean, if anybody's being pushed to the forefront in that department, it will be Agatha at this point, you know. So,
But
mhm.
I don't know, man. They should do more Morgan Le Fay. She was the villain in the Runaway TV show, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's true. Did
Yeah,
she
she made
die?
it to like season 3, I think. I think she
Did
died.
she die? Okay, well then that explains it. Then you know, if Morgan, if you die in the MCU audience, in that case, your character is dead in the comics too. You know, so because they can't, they won't. Marvel won't bother giving materials to a dead character. Okay, which
Sorry,
yeah,
like I keep saying, my phone keeps fucking overheating, man. And I'm
no,
trying to charge it, but it won't let me because it's gonna
no, no.
overheat.
Not a problem.
Anyways,
You went silent after we were talking about like Billy and Teddy possibly having a kid. That's when you went
yeah, I'm
silent.
gonna crash
So
out. I don't know if it's gonna be a good thing or a bad thing, but all you need to know is that I'm gonna crash out. Anyways, I'm gonna try to get through
good.
this quickly. So keep
Go ahead.
up. That's all I gotta
Go
say.
ahead. Yeah.
Anyways, so they're chatting about stuff about potentially getting kids and everything like that. And Morgan is holding up some rabbits and is like, "Hey, let's get a fire and start cooking shit." You know. And so Morgan is trying to light a fire, but guess what? It's too fucking. The rocks are too wet. And guess what she does? She gets the fairy from earlier, and kills the fairy, and then
Or
booyah, fire.
Tinkerbell. Oh God. Oh
Yippee!
wow.
Yeah.
Or Tinkerbell. Hey, you got fire,
Well, it
audience.
wasn't really
Yeah.
Tinkerbell because it was fire colored, but whatever.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so the kid wakes up, and Billy is like, trying to be chill and everything, and be like, "Hey, you should come eat." And the kid's like, "Don't tell me what the fuck to do," And it's like, "Whoa,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to be a fucking douchebag, man. We're trying to help." And
Mm-hmm.
Morgan's just watching this whole thing go down. This argument all go down, and it's like, yeah. Can you go to the next pic?
Right there.
Yeah, they're fighting. And so
Mm-hmm.
Billy's like obviously upset and is like, I need to like just take a walk. And obviously Teddy comes along because Teddy is a doll right now, if you forgot. And so he's like, okay, talk to me. Like, what's up? And Billy's like, oh, I'm so fucking tired of this shit, man. And I thought I could be strong for the both of us, but this has been just fucking infuriating, you know, and everything like that. And he's like, yeah, I'm like sitting here and I'm crying to you, and you're a fucking doll right now. You lost your home and your fucking throne. And it's just like, I just feel like a selfish jerk. And he's like, I don't even know who I am supposed to be anymore. And it's great. And Teddy's like, hey, you're hilarious. I wasted too many fucking years wondering if I was just conjured out of thin air. So, we're just chilling. We're chilling. You're my husband. It's gonna be fine, regardless if you
Yeah.
have magic or not. And you know what? Teddy is real for that, honestly. You know? And obviously Billy's upset about everything, and it's like Teddy's like, hey, you found the demiurge, you found the dragon's flower, all you need are the tears of a giant. And Billy's like, yeah, there's like one last thing that I didn't tell you that we needed to get. And he was like,
Itsy
what?
bitsy thing. Itsy bitsy thing.
And
You
he's like, oh, she told me to bring the heart of my first love. And Teddy's like, wait, I'm not, like, am I not your first love? And he's like, no, you're my true love. You're like my first real love, but you weren't my first love. And it wasn't
Yeah,
like
I was
anything
about to
romantic. It was, something else. And he basically explains that he was like a lonely ass kid growing up, and there's this person that
Mhm.
pulled up, made little snowman with
Mhm.
him, and just never really came back. I have a theory on who it is, but I'm not gonna say it because that's gonna ruin the
Yeah,
fun if I'm right.
I noticed that they made sure that they referred to that person as neither as a guy, a boy or girl. So
I love, keep it ominous. I love that.
yeah. Mhm.
Well, yeah, we'll see what happens, anyways.
Mhm.
So, basically, Teddy is like, oh, I guess that rules out looking them up online. So,
bro, you
you
should be
know,
stalking my person anyway, bro. What you talking about?
Go up to
eh,
Facebook, just say, hey, you remember we built a snowman together when we were 8 years
Yeah.
old. Now, you give me your heart? I mean,
Can
you're not
you
using that
can we
anymore.
meet up? Can I just like steal your
can
heart?
you imagine him like going to Facebook and be like, so this the guy you made a snowman when you were 8, huh? I'm gonna go check. Let me go. Let me go check this man.
Or
You might have won
now.
his heart first, but I won it last, motherfucker.
There you go. There you go. Mhm.
Anyways, so basically, it starts to rain, and they're like, "Oh shit, we should get back to the cave." And we see these three ominous figures behind Billy, you know. And so basically, he comes back to the cave, and Billy's like, "Hey, I'm back. Like, what happened? Like, they look worse than when I left." And so Morgan's like, "Oh, the child is suffering. They need aid. They need a capable host." And Billy's like, "Yeah, I know. I messed up, but I'll make things right. I won't let anything harm them again." And Morgan's like, "Yeah, I know you won't. No one could do it worse than you. And like, we must go before it's too late." And basically cracks the wishbone. And basically Morgan, with the evil grin on her face, takes the Demiurge kid back to a very interesting place. And basically Billy runs out of the cave, and we see the three scary figures behind him and Teddy. You know, remember them? And so
Yeah, yeah.
basically we go back to this lovely building, and and we see an ominous figure being like, "So, are you finally ready to live up to your potential?" And we learn that it's Baba Yaga planning this whole shit from the beginning. Can you go back to the next picture?
Oh, yep, yep, yep. Right there.
Yeah. So she's been planning this whole thing since the beginning to get Morgan.
Oh no, which R.I.P. dude, R.I.P.
Baba Yaga is ugly.
See, this is the witch's curse, audience. You know how we couldn't hear Billy's name in the TV show? Yeah, now it's been taken to more the extreme of which.
Why are most old witches ugly?
God, blame Disney for that, Austin, you know?
But yeah, you
Right.
you never see an old witch that aged gracefully.
I mean, we look at. Have you not looked at Agatha recently? Like,
She's not old anymore. That's not fair. We know
she's
she
not
was
that
old.
great. She's a
She's like Aunt
silver
May.
fox. She's a silver fox right now.
When she was old, she looked like Aunt May.
Mhm. Well, now she has that long hair and the silver streak, and yeah, she looks like she belongs on the cover now. So yeah, yeah. But I thought that was a good issue. Oh, okay, Witch is back.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm going to leave after I finish talking about
yeah,
this book because my phone keeps fucking overheating because of this shit.
gotcha,
So,
Yeah, it's
gotcha.
fine.
anyways, yeah, Baba Yaga was planning this shit from the beginning. We kind of knew this was going to fucking happen. So we're gonna have to wait and see if Billy is able to figure it out. I mean, I have to wait till tomorrow because that's when the book comes out. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
But I mean, I thought it was a good issue. Again, it still keeps the momentum of this series up. So as
And
someone
I'm
who's
glad that there's no fucking MCU synergy because I would not have read this book otherwise.
To be fair, the road itself is the synergy.
and
Yeah,
they
but
did
that's
the
like the
same thing,
only thing. That's the
and
only thing. They're not changing Billy's entire fucking backstory.
and they
Yeah, I'll
did
give
it
you
with
that.
and they did it with the Fox thing. Whenever they tried mentioning their name, it was like blurred up, so you didn't know who the Fox was until now. So yeah, yeah. But
Anyways, good book. I'll talk about it again next week because that's when the
gotcha.
next issue
Morgan
comes out.
Morgan Le Fay is hot, and her body was wasted on these two. They can't appreciate it.
Okay.
I know, right? So, all right, Witch, thanks for being with us till now, man. So,
I'll see
catch you
y'all
later.
later. Hopefully, my phone wants to calm the fuck down for once in my goddamn life. So I'll talk to y'all next week. Bye,
Okay,
guys.
talk to you next week. All right, well, okay, with that, we should move on to the next book, Austin. So,
No,
your
you didn't
book.
say Deadpool for last, bro.
Hey, what? Save the best for last, man. Best for last.
hmm Well, Intergalactic Empire Wakanda #4. People don't remember there was a mini series turned to ongoing, turned mini series, turned to canceled. They didn't even make it to 5 issues. So
Mhm.
it is what it is. But we talked about this stuff yesterday. We talked about some of it yesterday, but now we're getting to the real meat of it. So we can talk
Yeah.
about the specific things. The planet they're on is planet Beatway, Beatwit. I would say Bawadi, which is also
Okay.
the name of the Herald guy.
Okay.
So maybe there is a Galactus out there, a Black Panther Galactus somewhere.
Wait, Austin. Do you mean to tell me we will one day see in our lifetime a Black Galactus?
Well, to be fair, we kind of did see that with Noel the Galactus.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Check. So it came faster than
We're not
expected,
getting a
are we?
Galactus with black skin, okay? We're not getting that. I can promise you that.
Just wait, audience. Just wait a year. We'll see that. We'll see that happen.
But go to the first picture.
Right there.
Okay, so I wanted to make sure which one I sent because I was debating what to send, to be honest. The book starts off funny enough with T'Challa. Well, what the ghoul, aka T'Challa Goblin, shooting his missile.
It would have been too on the nose if since the Goblin's already a colored themed villain. I mean, come on, too on the nose. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, he has a glider. He's shooting Black Panther shaped pumpkin missiles instead of pumpkin bombs. Whatever, bro. he starts the volcano erupting because I guess he's an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
But we see, I believe it's M'Baku talking to some Black Panther dude I never seen before, trying to figure out, what we need to do. In 4 minutes, T'Challa may be dead. We gotta go help him. We gotta go save him. And they send in this picture, which is the M'Baku monkey mech, I guess, because people don't remember he is a man-ape.
Yeah.
And I forgot for a minute, bro. He is man-ape, and because of the movies, they pretty much erased everything about him, what he used to be.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I think he even had anything man-apish about the character.
Which is ironic because I know even the actor was like, "Hey, I'm willing to put on the monkey suit if you guys want." So but now I always thought like that could have been meeting in the middle somewhere. If in the MCU, if you wanted to bring in the more traditional man-ape suit, you could have just given M'Baku his own Buster armor at that point, So yeah.
Yeah, like you could have gave him arm leg enhancements, and then just did like the hood pull down, and it would, people would have been fine. But the MCU didn't do it, so the comic changed everything about the character. This isn't even the original M'Baku. This is a guy who got M'Baku's memories. If people don't remember, so the ghoul goes in, tries to fight T'Challa, basically gets low dips, basically barely even a fight. T'Challa jumps into the volcano. He finds a little like tube thing, and he lands in the room of Black Diamond and Scythe, who is T'Challa Archangel. No, we're not doing that. And it's so funny because like you're ready to be like a big deal, and they just kind of just move on immediately. Like that's literally just a panel of look, it's a Black Emma Frost. That's it.
To be fair, I would imagine like the original script would have called for this a bit more expanded, but since they got word of cancellation, rush. So
it is what it is. But Shuri sees T'Challa for the first time since Galactic Imperial, I guess. And she's excited. She grabs him, hugs him, and she's like, "Hold on, man, you ain't my brother. What the fuck?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm a robot, and I'll just going to replace your brother. But if you want to be a bitch about it, I guess I'll kill you and replace you too. I'm fine with a robot, Shuri." So it does confirm that these guys are robots, and not clones. They're robots with T'Challa's DNA, with who is mimicking the power of other people. But it's really stupid. I'm pretty sure they had a better explanation like before, the rush job. Because if you're doing that, why the fuck do you copy Green Goblin? You know what I mean? So what benefits did you get from like giving Black Panther forearms? Because he doesn't have the intelligence of Doc Ock. You just gave him the arms of Doc Ock. What other power did Doc Ock have? And you said, I need Black Doc Ock on my team. Green Goblin has super strength, but he's also insane. These are not the people I'm choosing. That's all I'm saying. Emma Frost, sure. Archangel, sure. Big Juggernaut, sure. But these two specifically, you could do more long. You could do you could do Hobgoblin been fine.
It was a Wheel of Fortune, basically, audience. So it sounds like
It really was like what's popular in each group. I'm taking these. We see T'Challa do basically a Comic Con Shuri, and she tanks the whole thing. It was very surprising. And Baku shows up, punches T'Challa's robot head off, one hit. I was like, bro, they really wrapping this shit up. they're wrapping this shit up. Well, what did that picture I said?
Next picture is like the
it's the reveal of all the people. Yeah. Put it. Just keep putting it up. So as this goes on, Black Panther's fighting Archangel. He basically knocks him down, puts him in his place. Ayo, Brown King. He stole the Ghoul's glider. Shuri sees him. They hug. Juggernaut, Behemoth shows up, and they're all kneeling to T'Challa. It's kind of lame.
Yeah.
Basically, T'Challa meets a child. This is not a child of somebody. Oh no! This is Killmonger's son.
Oh boy. Okay.
No, let me make sure. Let me go back up on dialogue a little bit. The Behemoth shows up with a child, and he's like, "You're having a hard enough time dealing with me, Your Highness." And about to say, "Hey, yo, check yourself."
And wreck yourself.
Yeah, basically. And T'Challa's like, "Femi, is that you? I don't know you here. Are you hurt? What has he hurt you?" And he's like, "No, I am safe. He has been programmed to protect me. He was designed that way by my father." And he says, "I see you. Beatway, Bewede, whatever the guy's name is, was formidable for mine." So he's Bewede's son. The guy the planet is named after. It's a scientist who made this thing, basically, according to this. So apparently there's a failsafe in the crown. There's a failsafe in the crown just in case, if anything goes wrong, we got to get rid of the king. But the kid is the failsafe. He's like, "Oh, now that you proved to me that you deserve the crown to be king again, here you go. We approve this here, the failsafe. Use it. There you go. They'll all listen to you. Blah 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 blah." Really just nipping this shit in the bud, bro. It's very funny. But T'Challa talks to Shuri about taking the kid on as her protege. And it does remind me that one annoying thing the MCU synergy that happened is they made Shuri super smart. She was not a super genius before the MCU. Anyone knows? T'Challa was a super genius with brains comparable to the top 10 of Marvel. And they gave it to Shuri so she had something to do.
Yep. They needed to give T'Challa his own person on the chair, audience. So
basically. But long story short, he did introduce the world to these people who, as you can see, Behemoth, Golden Arms, the Ghoul, Black Diamond, Scythe. I do love the idea that he named them this random, like right now. But he didn't get the name of most of these people. I think he just started calling them shit. And then you see he made the man who made them and named the planet after himself, Bawate, as the Herald of of Wakanda.
Herald of Wakanda.
So I don't know if it's a robot or it's the same guy or that's the guy. Who knows? But if he can make robots, I'm sure he did it. He would did himself. But he puts M'Baku in charge of this team, and he says, "Anyone want to try Wakanda? Don't want to try Wakanda now? Then you better just I dare you to try Wakanda with what I have now, with the Green Goblin, like Juggernaut, so much shit." I'm like, bruh, I can promise you, no one's sweating these niggas. Okay, realistically, okay, we're not sweating Golden Arms, the Ghoul, Archangel, others. It's cool that you have, But if we got to take them out, we can take them out. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. They're robots, bro. Man, sweeping the shit up.
I don't know, man. There are a lot of foes and adversaries in the 616 that Magneto should be able to take out. He should have done them years ago, but hey, he can't be around everywhere, you know. So,
But the T'Challa story continues in Avengers of Armageddon. So,
oh really? Wait,
that's
what?
what it says. The final page of the book says the story continues in Avengers of Armageddon. So he wasn't in the. He's not on the team, but in the previews for the book, he is in the previews.
Oh wait, is he going? Yeah, I think he's going to be one of the forces that's going to go after Thunderbolt Ross, I believe. So.
If you need all this for Ross, bro, you got to give it up, bro. Okay, like just stop.
Yeah. It's not just Ross; it's literally an army of Hulks. So yeah, you know.
Bro, I don't know. They're new Hulks, okay?
Mm. Gotcha. Then yeah, I mean that's Intergalactic Wakanda for your audience, you know. So, you have any final thoughts on this before we move on to the last book, Austin?
Nah, bro, I'm still surprised this thing even happened. To be honest with
I'm sure in the past year or two we've seen a lot of things in comics that were like, how did you get this past editorial?
Oh, I'm sure
Seriously,
they
like
had whatever plan
this
they
is
had
all
long term might have been decent, but the
yeah.
idea that like Imperial did so bad and every book got cut short because the Notebook was actually pretty good. The Notebook was set up to
Yeah,
be
it
something good.
was. It
The
was.
other book setting up the Humans could have been fun too, but
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, true. But all right then. I guess with that, we should probably move on to the last book of the night, audience. So yeah, we're talking about my man Wade Wilson, Deadpool #2, audience. Yay! I got to talk about both Captain America and Deadpool on the same night, audience. Yay! Yay for me! I get all the stuff I want. So
I feel like
all
you
right,
murdered
Kate.
all these clowns.
Hey, as the title, as the font says, Austin, no more clowning around. So, in case people need a recap, like apparently in the last issue, for some reason, Deadpool keeps getting these like notes that are just falling above him, right? And they are just like, giving him updates on like crimes that are going to be happening, He doesn't know how these notes are popping up, just that they pop up specifically for him. And one of them involved like apparently a whole gang of clowns are going after to rob a subway, a subway train. I don't know how much money you can get off of that, but hey, we all got to start somewhere, audience, So anyway, Deadpool, he does his usual antics. He fights the clowns, he shoots them, he grapple hooks them, he breaks the train, this and that. All goes well. He's able to save those people, only to get another note for another upcoming disaster happening that he has to prevent. Like he even goes up against the Red Ghost because according to the note saying, okay, at 3:31, Red Ghost and his super apes will attempt to seize control of the Empire State Building, audience.
I
Wow,
like how Red Ghost can
wow.
be everywhere, but the Fantastic Four book.
I know, right? But no, I'm just saying, like, oh wow. So you're saying, uh, would an ape be comfortable going to an Empire State Building, given what happened to basically their god? Seriously, think of it that way,
Bro,
audience.
Tom's not their god, but they don't know that, man.
He's god to them. But anyway, everything is like so mundane. It spans all levels. I mean, heck, there's one note that's saying at 9:34, Tom Fuzgeet will choke on a bite of porterhouse at Gilligan's Steakhouse. So yes, go stop that. And don't think this is just Deadpool doing this just out of the goodness of his heart, right? At a certain point, he's like, you know what? I could probably make a little bit of money out of this, actually, So the next note he gets, it's like, okay, at 2:17 a.m., a four alarm fire will consume the Shady Acres retirement home. So yeah, Deadpool does his research on the tenants. One specific tenant, a guy who's in one of those scooters, that old people drive. All right,
Mm-hmm.
he's caught in the middle of a fire, and Deadpool gets in. He's about to save him, saying, "Hey, your friendly neighborhood mercenaries here, and I'm here to help, assuming you're willing to pay."
Ooh.
The old man's like, "The hell are you talking about? Aren't you one of those heroes?" Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, if you want a goody two shoe hero, you should have gone to Captain America. But I'm the best you got. All right. So he looks through his stuff while the whole building's engulfed in fire, and let's see, you must have some old man treasure in here, like gold doubloons, stamp collections, or a Ricky Mantle rookie card, which is valued anywhere between $10,000 to $200,000. Audience. So what's it gonna be, old man? You son of a. So what do you do in that situation at that point, audience? Yeah, just give Deadpool what he wants, you know. So Deadpool saves him, and he takes that baseball card with him. You're like, damn, dude. Yeah, I mean, Deadpool's been too much of a goody two shoes as of late. Audience, people need to remember he's an anti-hero, man. Anti-heroes play both good and bad. Audience, okay, you know. So yeah, after that, we go back. Deadpool's contemplating about waiting for the next note to fall out. He falls asleep. He has a dream of Ellie. Now, I don't know what happened at the end of the last run with Ellie, or she's disappeared. But now Deadpool's having nightmares and regrets about what happened, to the point where he's screaming in his sleep, and Blind Al had to come and wake him up. And yeah, we might as well bring up the picture. Okay, so yeah, there's your prize shot, audience. Which one's more flattering, the up panels or the bottom panels, Austin?
I want to say the bottle panels.
There you go. There you go. I kind of like Blind Al talking to Wade in her dress robes, like, "Hey, I never heard you scream like that. Never heard anybody scream like that, Wade." And wait, what's going on? What's that smell? Something's burning. Yeah, Deadpool has his hand on directly on the stove iron, audience. But yeah, yeah. So anyway, Deadpool, just basically tells her to buzz off. He goes to have a talk with his employer, Hammerhead, audience, because remember this, audience, Deadpool's now working for Hammerhead, because the first issue was him like busting up this drug ring at this one farm that was transporting cocaine. So yeah, he stopped them so that the streets could be safe from them distributing cocaine, just so Hammerhead could come in and take their turf. So
Yay.
yay, yay, small victories. Anyway, Hammerhead's looking for Deadpool to get in there to hire him for another job, but then another note falls down, and Deadpool leaves, and Hammerhead looks at that, and the note says, at 9:58 p.m., a man named Bruce Sleepy Marino will be executed at the lake in Central Park, and Hammerhead is giving the whole what the fuck? I was going to hire Deadpool to go kill that guy. Oh, okay, no, something fishy's going on. How's he getting this information? So he has his men going after Deadpool, and now he wants to find out what's going on. How's he getting all these messages as the issue ends? So yeah, yeah.
And Deadpool using something from the future to know his target beforehand.
Deadpool doesn't know how this is happening. He
His
doesn't know
future
what.
Deadpool, bro. He got to let him know. He's trying to help himself out.
It could be something. It could be that. or it could also be something that Ellie's doing, wherever she's at the moment. Man, I really gotta read that last issue of that Deadpool's and Wolverines book, because again, I'm in the dark as to what happened to Ellie at the end of that run. So I was just forgive me, audience, I was just burnt out on that, on Ellie's huge involvement in Deadpool's life. So
Yeah, I'm thinking of spinning the face of his wishes and just having him be like, "Yeah, that's great, that's fine."
exactly. But no, yeah, it was a simple, straightforward issue. But sometimes, hey, you want that from one of your favorite characters. So yeah. Anyway, that's it, audience. We reached the end with the only friend still here. So, all right, man. Thanks for joining us, audience, and guess we'll be seeing you next time. So, see ya.